That's a good one. I love The Objective. That's such a good song from Bridge Racer 4. Oh, let's go. That's so good. All right, let's see. All right, everyone. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Hardcorn, and we are back one more time. You know it, I love it, and we all came to see it. It's more action Taimanin. The great stuff that everybody loves coming to see. That's what we're here for, and we're going to give it to you today. Because today is a monumental occasion. Well, we always have one of these every once in a while. They give out limited packages, but this one is limited to say the least. Miss Hot Chocolate herself, everybody's favorite muscle mom, is back on the scene again. This time she gets her limited costume from RPGX, and it's a very special factor indeed. We also have the wanted costumes. We got Miss Asiago, we got Obongo, and we have Mirabell to take a look at. Everybody's favorite, one of my favorites to say the least. Probably one of my favorite newcomers they've put in for the last couple of years. And let me just say, I'm happy she made it into the game. She's one of my favorites to play, one of my most played this year. It really has shaken things up for me. It takes a lot to make a character just say like, yeah, I'm going to start using them all the time for a lot of content. So it's a happy day for me to say the least. But before we get started, we need to do a few little housekeeping things. We've got some information to go over, of course, for this week. I got to go over there, put it into Chrome before I get caught again, like scrolling through my Twitter feed of, oh my God, look, there's more Blue Archive. There's thousands of Blue Archive posts. Spent thousands of hours just curating my entire fucking Twitter timeline so I can only see pictures of Rio and Mika and Seiya and the entirety of Tea Party, Haruka. It's like working on it. She made good shit. Dude, this my boy Black Sama. That Remchi person does a good job. I can't retweet all their art. Go follow them. It's Remchi301. Shit's great. Let's go over there. Let's go to window capture. Window capture. Chrome. Awesome. It's F11U. There we go. Okay, time for news. Time for Taimanin news. November 18th. Thankfully, they made this week really simple because it's all about Mirabell. It's all about her, and I wouldn't have wanted anything less. So let's get her done. Let's get her going because we've got a lot to do. Because we're going to talk a lot about the split between Heimdall versus cleansing Everwhite. So let's see. We've got limited time package. Metal Storm is out. You know how it goes. It's going to last until December 16th. So it's going to be going all the way through Black Friday. So they're obviously not going to do any discounts, but what have you. So we got limited supporter, Metal Storm Mirabell, and her weapon, Photon Rifle Heimdall. In the Shop of Desires. So pick it up. Pick it up, please. Pick it up real fast. Don't be slow. And then we had the Black Friday package sale. The big, cheap system. I think the first stage for Black Friday package is free. I already claimed that one. See, there you go. First package is free. Can you believe it? Meet the Black Friday package that includes items to help you with the game. Because I think after that, it's like $5, $10, and $15. So cumulatively, all the resources are better than any package you could buy. Because I think the last stage is like, what is it? A Demonite and a Nano Machine for $15. Each one of those a piece is $20. So if you're into that sort of stuff, hey, you can go right for it. Part 2 of the login event is up and away. We have the Gems and Thanksgiving because that's next week. Log in for 7 out of the 14 days. You get various gifts. Surprise mission in Campaign 3. Get all that stuff. Perks of the campaign period. Get some free stuff. Make sure you keep logging in, though, so you can keep the streak going. Keep the streak going so you can eventually get your copy of Founding 3. So the surprise missions, do all your stuff. I was doing that this week. Event Quest AP consumption reduced. Event Quest EXP gain increase is there as well. So it's not like skill EXP there. It's the, whatchamacallit, just like general EXP for like your account and such. I wish they would go the distance and finally just say, yep, we're going to get you guys to account level 200. Because it's like, I remember looking at a picture the other day when I was looking for stuff for episode 2 for Taimanin Asagi 2. And I hit level 120 about 3 years ago. So there are people who hit it before I did. So this thing has been, 3-4 years at this point that we've been at 120? Because it used to be at like 100 from what I remember. So, and then we just went up like 20 levels and that's it. So it's like, all right, well, that's it. Regardless, it's like, do your stuff, complete the missions, log in, do all your fun stuff, get some turkey. Get some turkey because we're going to be having that next week. You know it. I love it. And then we have Halloween on Christmas. Well, not so much. It's going to be Halloween on Thanksgiving because we have leftover stuff from there. We have Halloween Ghosts Gone Missing. Get the event gacha. You get Violet Witch Sonata Homura. Not a very good supporter. So we're going to grind that baby up and see if we can get something nice out of it. Hopefully another copy of a limited supporter so I can get another 5-5. Pickup gacha. Obviously, Metal Storm is only there, so do that stuff and everything like that. It's the only thing really running right now. I don't think they're... No, next week is when they get rid of Phantasmas. Then we have, the Wanted Package series. Of course, we have Miss Asagi and Oboro up there. Our founding members from Taimanin Asagi 1. Can't get enough of them. I hate her, but I love her friend a lot. So there you go. So let's see. Oh, that's right. If you participated in the survey, they picked 555 people, and send additional rewards to you to commemorate the anniversary for the 5th anniversary of Global. So if you checked your mailbox and got picked, you would have gotten a limited costume 5th anniversary voucher, ticket, decisive weapon, ticket, decisive supporter, gems, and a love letter ×5. I wish if you were a winner you got a voucher because the ticket is random, so it's like it doesn't really matter what happens there. Regardless though, and of course the accounts that refresh their stuff and cheat and all that stuff, you know how that goes. No problem whatsoever. So then we get back to it. Move around. So then let's talk about... Let's go back in the game because we have to go look at that. Go find my volume selector. There it is. Big mean lady. She's got big stuff to say the least. So this lasts until next Tuesday. So obviously, like I talked about this the other day, where this will compete with this together. The brown lady battle for supremacy. I say this because both their weapons and supporters are core in some sort of way. This is a slightly different... This is a place into her solo playstyle, like you control her more stuff. And this is for team support. I find myself getting a lot more use out of, obviously, the supporter for 1 week exactly in specific areas. But Golden Seraph makes that much of a difference. You only need 1 copy of it, though, to really just, like, send it off. Because normally you use Phantasma's, like, Lawfree's Heart or something. You use that because it gives her more damage in general just doing stuff. Or you use her Momochi weapon in Total War. This, however, is what the gas is today. So let's go over what does Mirabell's weapon and supporter do. So Photon Rifle, we already talked about this the other day because earlier this month they managed to just, oops, we put it out in the exchange facility and everybody got it. So now the surprise is ruined from how Photon Rifle Heimdall works. So we're going to talk about, let's see, what does this do? So Gjallarhorn, it marks enemies hit by fire support for 12 seconds, which is longer than the base cooldown itself, reducing critical resistance by 15 to 30, and deals additional damage equal to 120 of attack by every 3 seconds. Has a 15% chance on basics to inflict 3 to 6 increased damage taken on enemy for 5 seconds, stacks up to 8 times. So then you compare the two of them together. It's like this is effectively like you take this bottom half off. This is the actual unique effect of the weapon itself. They just managed to tack on the Momochi weapon effect because honestly, there isn't too much going on here besides the critical resistance part. Mirabell's attack is generally very low. It's similar to something like Astaroth or Emily's, where it's like high volume projectiles, but they're very weak. Where the most value Mirabell gets out of her projectiles and her basic string is the fact that she has them so quickly, and they deal like okay damage. Like you need to put some pretty substantial like juice behind them to make to just gun down someone with her normals worthwhile. So this makes it so that her basics hit that much better in the first place. I do like how they also just start incorporating the phrase basics attacks or normal attacks or anything like that. I feel like sometimes when they incorporate their basic string or normal attacks or something, it feels like whoever designed this is pays attention to what the community wants out of a certain type of gear, because this is what I like about this update so much is it gives an alternative play style. Because whenever they give an alternative playstyle to a character, that means they're already good enough on their own and they can support something like this. That's why Ragnarok's Hajime, her sword, is such it's like a team player situation. And with this, it's like this is more or less for her playing by herself. She's the ultimate survivalist. Because she can weaken... If she has her basic, not basic, her Taimanin art equipped, she is able to just gun straight through enemies and apply stacks to an entire crowd at once. She doesn't have to hit them with fire support, which is, you want to hit them with fire support because crit res down, and then when they're marked, they get hit by effectively like a superpowered lightning strike every 3 seconds, which is really nice because that'll keep armor off and also chip in, which is something like Mirabell's always been really good at, is just strafing the crowd, sweeping and clearing everything. Like she has no problem with that. It's her greatest strength, really, is to stay so incredibly mobile. And she has a weapon that obviously plays into that. This is more or less for like if she wants to take point, sit down, and just like throw down fire support while she just like softens up a crowd by taking advantage of the piercing effect and just going nuts with it. The thing is, though, you can actually just use both Photon Rifle and Cleansing Everwhite together, but the fact is that we still have that 20-second cooldown between switching weapons, because the only reason we can make such like a strong comparison between the two weapons is because the fact of waiting 20 seconds is such a dramatic, like a gigantic dramatic loss for time in terms of dealing damage, is like you don't want to use it. You don't ever want to switch. So your sub weapon effectively just doesn't do anything, because they changed a few months ago how I think it's the 3-second cooldown between switching characters in VR, which is awesome. That's like so very much worth it. You can actually like save your characters in time and not like, or you have an accidental switch and it's not such a damning thing in the first place and you lose the battle. This, however, it's like I would really like them to just reduce from 20 to at least 3. 3 would be fine, because you could take advantage of it till at least this. I don't know, the 5-second loss is, the 5 seconds in there is pretty rough to say the least. But you could if you're really trying to squeeze more damage out of it, you could probably do that and make a switch to like Everwhite. Regardless, though, this is more or less if you want to. This is like okay with her supporter. Like, let's look at the supporter next. So Metal Storm Mirabell is Assemble. Summons XPS Bone for 15 to 30 seconds after using your ultimate. Increases damage dealt by a machine type character by 15%. So what this does is that you have it out. She does her thing. Like, you use her ultimate, she does her thing for 12 seconds, and then, she always summons her 2 robots. Those robots go away, but this one spawns afterwards. This works the same way as Troop Leader Oboro Supporter, where every couple of seconds it'll spawn a little like decoy and provide cover for her, take all the heat and everything like that, which is immensely valuable because that's usually reserved for like specifically on a character themselves, or like obviously a limited supporter like Troop Leader Oboro. In this case, this lasts for 30 seconds, which is forever and a day in the Taimanin world. Like, if it can last that long, like 15 seconds is already long enough. 30 seconds is like you've already completed the mission in some cases. So her being able to take the heat off of herself for that amount of time, because if you got the particle support behind you, I mean, you can go fucking nuts with this. It's like she's able to just keep herself safe in every sort of way, shape, or form. So she effectively can become, you don't really even need to run healing, but it would be a good idea to anyways, because they can obviously break targeting on that. And then it has the generic increased damage dealt by a machine type character by 15%. So obviously you could use this with Mirabell. You could also use this with Saika, or especially Emily, because Emily's obviously has a major problem with, she gets run up on by somebody, and Emily's also another good user for particle generation, because she has high volume projectiles. So which is like, that's great. That's good for her. It works out a lot better than you'd think, because now she has this. She has Orbital Bombardment, which is the passive in the main slot, which is where it matters the most, is increased damage by 2% per particle owned. This maxes out at 4. There are 10 total particles, so you get a 40% boost at max. And every time, and when she starts a mission, she starts at 60% bar, 80 if you have the boost. I'm pretty sure, yeah. And it'd be 80%. So it'd be like 32% damage immediately. So the problem with this is like, you get all the way up there to like fucking 40%, and then you have to clear out your bar. So when you clear out your bar and use your ultimate, it's like she changes her guns to rockets, and she summons her stuff. Because familiars, when you use them, they have the ability to just they're an extension of yourself. So damage from them converts into your particles. So they shoot off into a crowd, or they whack off 4 or 5 people. Yeah, that's great. That's like 0.5% to 1% for you every time they do that. And obviously Mirabell herself is an immense particle generator in every way, shape, or form. She doesn't have actual particle generation herself, besides with cleansing Everwhite, which is where we're going to go next with that. So we that's nice. If she wants, the buff is a sort of sliding scale, which is a bit of a nuisance, because you want to use her ult so she can get this and to be defensive and cover herself so she can continuously keep shooting, but she also needs to she wants as many particles as possible. So there are ways to make sure that she gets as many particles as she needs. But they offer this, looks like they offer the machine type racial for consistency because of the way that her particles keep changing all the time. So then let's go look at cleansing Everwhite real quick. She's so angry. She's so mean to people. Because obviously cleansing Everwhite is, it's the $45 problem solver that everybody loves to complain about. It's very good. It flattens the curve for her instead of creating spikes and damage, which is instead of what do they call that? Instead of creating waves in terms of damage that you have to wait for, do all that, wait for ultimate and stuff. It's like it smooths out everything and raises the entire average up by probably 40 to 50%, which is a very strong weapon. And any sort of weapon that can do that in the first place is always crazy, which is why what do they call that? Oh, it's Levitain does that, where it's like the damage bonus. I think it's it gives penetration too. No, that's for Hajime, for Ragnarok's weapon. Oh, what's up there, Darth Neo? What's up there, everybody? It's good to see everyone. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited to talk about this. Because I've been spending all week, because it's actually a fun sort of little comparison you can make. But obviously, let's see. So, the bare minimum particle charge boost from cleansing Everwhite is 70%. 70% is usually what a bunch of supporters have in the first place, and they max out at this for the most part. I think it's that's their base value. This thing maxes out at 140% particle charge, and she has several options. She has a really good option built inside her with her Taimanin art to take advantage of piercing and particle charge boost, which is insane stuff. She's just popping ults all the time, even with just the Taimanin art in the first place. Having anything that boosts her particle gain with this is crazy. So then you put this with Metal Storm, the supporter itself. Then you have you're decreasing the downtime for when your particles are low and you're not doing enough and you're not hitting enough enemies, or you're waiting for the particles to charge back up and everything like that. Because obviously when it has a 30% recycle in it, so you're immediately what is that? I want to say 4. So that's immediately 12% damage returned. It flattens that out. You have her ultimate weapon with no extra levels. Her ultimate weapon is it's the best general option, because what is it? It's cleansing Everwhite is that, because I'm using that right now. Valiant Sigurd, because it's if you can't get ultimate, if you can't get her, whatchamacallit, the gotcha weapon, you get this because it's literally just it increases her base damage, which is what she really wants, and then she has enough, and then she has like she has a mana drain, she has a mana sink right here, so she can say like, hey, I'm gonna just nuke you immediately for about, what is this? What's half of 1500? 735% damage, and it's just like boom, destroy armor, hit really hard, do anything. It's a nice little boost right there. In fact, it was one of her better solutions for a while if you can't get cleansing Everwhite. Nope. I need to finish that before I'm done. There it is. Because the only reason this can be even comparable to something like a Heimdall is that, what is it? Not covering fire. Oh God, it's the, I mean, I would honestly, Mr. Patel, I would go buy the supporter if I were you, because the weapon itself is, it's comparable to this. I would get one copy of the weapon at least, or one copy of the supporter. If you can get both, that would be good, but I get the supporter because you can use that on more people. Let's see. God, I forgot. Oops, I did it wrong. I gotta go to weapons. There it is. It's Heimdall. Oh, I could have just done this. It would have been easier that way. Because this is fire support. Because fire support is a skill where she does not go into her exoskeleton. She just slashes with her knife and shoots you with the gun. That skill gained no benefits from this thing in the first place. The only benefits it would have from it is while moving, it has that nice 4 damage increases 4% per second by 10 times. And it gives you like that 40% boost, which is really nice to say the least. It's like, that's why you can use it like one copy and it's so insanely devastating. And it effectively doubles all her damage in every other thing. So typically it's like that's what makes this work so well in the first place. Is like, it's a purpose-built weapon specifically if you want to play her in green, because it doesn't really work. It doesn't work anywhere else. Because it's like, I use like, her version of her missiles, I don't get anything like this right here, and this just turns into her Momochi weapon for that cost that is much, much harder to acquire than something like this. Like Yamawaro is literally this effect put onto there in the first place. And even then, it's like the effects are comparable at this point. Like I think this at max is 8% at 5, so that's 40. So that's going to be, I think, I forget what one copy of this is. I think it's like 6%. Yeah, it's 6%, 8 times, so it's 48. So, no, it's like, I think it's like 4% or something. So like the damage is like comparable. So like the defense is comparable. So it's like a splitting hairs situation. So like you have to play green. If you like a lot of green Mirabell, which with the change in the way they accomplish critting in like VR and in a lot of places in the game, this becomes a lot more viable. I say viable. It just takes us back to like the first year of the game where criticals were like the way to play the game, and it became super homogenized, which is kind of why I like the VR era so much, is because it caused us to look for damage sources in various other ways instead of going to pick the same 5 green supporters we've been doing for the last 6 years and just playing it from there. That's a very boring way to play. So then that's a fact, and like they keep playing, and that's why Heimdall is it's designed to be like, what they want you to play with particles, because they have like a particle damage scaling supporter. There was a particles boosting supporter earlier this year, and a general pool supporter that has damage scaling off of particles as well. So it's like particle builds, like Photon Rifle wants to be particle builds, but it can't accomplish it. Particle builds like So what the play essentially, what I'm seeing this week is you use Everwhite with the supporter itself with Metal Storm, and you use Photon Rifle. Heimdall here. You use that with Yuri Hisui, because Yuri Hisui scales off of. Let's go to supporters, because we're gonna have to put it on later. Yuri Hisui, one of the oldest supporters in the game. I think she's actually a day one. It's a nice damage reduction situation, really nice and helpful, but it still has one of the best call effects in the game with Eclipse Meld Roar. Removes all combos, increases damage dealt, that's base, and critical damage by 2% for 10 seconds, max 100 combos. 48 seconds is nothing, and it's the fact, so you can spam this all the time. So the game becomes a situation of waiting for this to come back up, make sure Mirabell has between about 50 to 75 combos, because 100 really is overkill, and you effectively just do like 100% more damage. Oh wait, it's 200% more damage and 200% more critical damage. You stack that up with other critical damage boosting stuff, and she does about, I think, at least I've gotten her to get to about, I want to say, like 800,000 damage normals and about like multi-million damage critical attacks. And of course, this is supposed to work with fire support, and fire support is like the answer in green, because it has the very important interaction with Blitzkrieg. It covers a gigantic area, and of course it has its own 250% critical modifier inside. So Yuri Hisui is extremely devastating because of it. Like, and it lasts, like, it's not just like one hit. You get extreme value because it hits like, I think, 7 or 8 times a piece, and it'll just like pop the group and just melt everything instantly. If it doesn't die then, the effect lasts for 10 seconds. So Mirabell can just go in and it's like, all right, I'll just gun you down for the rest of it. Because I'll show you guys how this works right after this. Because we need to get more copies of it, but I don't want to put any more copies inside it until I show you guys how this works. So what we'll do here is we won't take the critical damage supporters. We don't need them. We're about to get 400 something damage, 400% more critical damage along with my awakening stuff. So let's increase our bonus, our base damage bonus as high as it can go. Because it's like, I could just go like, all right, we're going to go get Tekken Kaoru, and then we're going to go get our Crit Cat, put her on there, and it's like, boom. There's nothing there. There's just like nothing but like leave them shaking in their boots. We could use Asagi. That would be pretty nice. But let's just use something that's a nice general purpose one. Ooh, I already got that. I could use... No, we can't use the supporter, actually, because Yuri Hisui, like, she has to be in the main slot. Because when you put... Well, you can actually put Mirabell by herself as, like, in the sub slot, but all it does is, like, it's a 15-30 machine, and then it offers defensive capabilities. Playing properly with Mirabell minimizes damage in the first place, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's use Lanshang. She'll be fine there. We need a third. When a critical hit doesn't land, increase critical hit by 50%. Cool. So we'll use Boner Teacher, that and that. We need Blitzkrieg because of the healing capability. Of course, fire support. And we can't leave home without our full metal jackets. Because the piercing actually is like really important, because it makes every bullet effectively worth like 4 times as much, or just how many times it pierces somebody. Because every time it pierces, it still gets the same benefits for every sort of particle charge thing you get. So if you have like Fire God Micah, the limited supporter from earlier this year, Boner Teacher's girlfriend, and like Ingrid. When I add Ingrid, it's like Mirabell supporter, and then like a couple of other like boosts in there. It's like your particles just go totally nuts. So let's show that off. She's super big. I love it. We'll go to the highest portion we got. So we got critical damage, critical rate. Let's take off critical damage so we can just show off how much it is. It's still not gonna be easy, to say the least. Let's use penetration because we're fighting against that. So let's see. Mirabell's there. Got that. Humans, we need the boost to machines because good old Saya Neo is actually like the more threatening of the two because she's super duper active. So now my question is like, because I remember like this is Tower 130. It's a tough spot to say the least because the very first wave that comes through there is going to have invincible enemies, and we need something there because like the only melee option she has is Blitzkrieg, well, there's Riot Tackle. I don't have 4 slots, and I really, really want to keep Full Metal Jacket because it lets me build up particles easily. Because it's a lot nicer just to beat up on those jellyfish. But we'll take it slow. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So obviously, like, you know, we've got undergeared, well, not undergeared, all that stuff. The damage from Heimdall can hit the ranged mutants plants. It's, if I had the supporter on there, well, it's the, what's it called? What do they call that thing? It's the not the set effect, it's the passive effect that does that in the first place. She's locked and loaded. All right, let's go. What's the immunities? All ranged. There's 1 melee and 2. Okay. Yeah, that's a 15 million crit right there. It was way too fucking hard, homie. There you go. Blow him up. Blow him up, Mirabell. Ah, no, don't get in there. That's the funny defense down and not so fun stuff in there. Oof. Stop it, girl. I mean, that's what it turns out for like Mirabell itself is like it's a waiting game. Those debuffs last for fucking ever. Oh, I messed that up. God, that is probably like the single best interaction in the game, is the fact that it's like, okay, there you go. It's you want to heal? Here's the best healing in the game now. 155,000 damage heals like it's nothing. Oh my god, he keeps teleporting. Oh, that's right. They teleport to the last, like, known location behind you. Christ, look how much fucking health these things have. I always thought it's like, at least with this mission, like, you know, oh, we get to fight like Lena herself, but she's not listed as an enemy. It's like it's part of the fight itself. Oh my god. I literally could not see anything, and she just instantly like pops all of her health at once. That means I missed the attack. Like that's part of the risk with it too. That was fucking crazy. I love it. That makes me laugh every time I see it. It's like fucking insanity shit right there. It's a melee immunity. Ah, I got electrocution because it's the stupid pool. Saya is like the biggest problem with this stage in the first place because Ingrid is like very passive. Like, oh my god, for the longest time. Because what she, like, Ingrid will just sit there and like she'll swing her sword around like 3 or 4 times, and then like she'll just yell at you. Saya actually, like, she's as devastating as she is in Taimanin and Asagi too, as she is here. Because she chases her prey. She uses her she uses that spider ability to run up on you and just say, "Not today, dude. Here's I'm about to be a massive problem for you." And lo and behold, she does. Look at that. I dropped like 8 frames right there. Ranged immunity and that's also the thing about it, is like, all right, you make one mistake and it's that's it, you're done. Because like as soon as I saw, I'm like, all right, I got hit by her stun. I'm like, that's it. She's gonna combo my ass into the ground. That wasn't even the boss that hit me. That was the regular stage mooks. Because usually it's like they only send elites in this stage, and that's it. Nice. Oh my god. Hurts my eyes. I bet this just tanks the fucking bit rate too, and I know it. Oh my lord. Oh my god. Every time it's like I just see like my entire screen go from like 0 hits to like 700 hits. Like, fucking shit, dude. My eyes hurt. Swing. Go baby, go. I need you to raise as many hits as possible. Oh my god. Oh, there she is. Get away from me, Saya, please. Yes. It's working. This strategy is paying off. Run. Run into the explosion. Oh god. Oh my gosh, she's so fast. I heard her go down. Alright, that's one. This scary child is chasing me. What is wrong with you? What was that? I've never fucking seen that before. Oh my god. What the fuck was that? I won. I died and I still won. That's Mirabell, baby. That's my girl right there. Look at her. She's so confident and smug about it, even though she just got blown the fuck out. I never knew that. I guess, what is it, when Ingrid dies, her, what are they called? Her little flame pillars, they explode and they apply hellfire to you. That's fucking crazy. Holy shit. Thank you, Mirabell, teaching us new things. That's I cleared this, like, this is the faster of the few clears I've done for this with her. Because usually it's like they're less risky because I'm trying not to have what just happened here. I'm glad Mirabell's death animation takes so long because, wow, we beat Saya with it. But yeah, that's just it. That's an under-leveled, no enchantments. Like, it's a 2-5, obviously. But it's like, that just goes to show how strong it is in the first place. That's like 400% more criticals by itself. Well, it's like, it's 200 and that's under 400, so it's like, god damn, it worked. We won. I would have rather not had died during it, but that just goes to show you how potent it is in the first place. Like, that weapon, all it does is, like, you apply the defense down. It's a unique defense down too, so you can use it with other stuff. But Mirabell doesn't, I think, have a lot of defense down. Regardless, though, we need to get this. I've already shown off its capability in the first place, but we need to, we gotta do our favorite thing here. That's what we came here for tonight anyways. Let's go gambling, everybody. We got shit to pick up, to say the least. We have 79 of these things. I got 7,700 of them. We're at least gonna get one copy of each. So let's get to it. All right, everybody. Prayers. Pray for us all. We got to get our chocolate ladies come home. We've gassed her up constantly. So I believe in us. Believe in believe in the me that believes in you. Let's do this. Oh, cool. It's a good start. What are we gonna get? You gonna pay us dividends, Mirabell? Let's see. Oh no, Lansang. Ninja Claw. There's Bulletstorm. You ever played Bulletstorm before? I like that game a lot. I think that's probably like the main inspiration for Ultra Kill in the first place. Ninja Bazooka. Okay, that's not it. Well, there's another one for the grinder. All right, nothing there. Nothing there. I wish there was spooks that could come out of these. There's not. I don't even think there's that sort of system in there in the first place. Sure as hell doesn't feel like it supports it. I guess I shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth when it's like, like it's Grand Blue Fantasy where SRs can turn into URs or to SSRs and stuff like that. This is about what I expected for it in the first place. Because I knew it's like, I'll get another copy through the ticket system, but it's like, god damn, girl. $250. Nope. Nothing. Come on, baby. Come on. We gotta get something here. See, now we're using our real gems. We're using the real gems for these. No, it's tough times for Miss Mirabell. Yeah. Oh, the pain. Pick that up there. Oh, okay, there you go. Let's see. Let's see it, boys. Let's see it. We're in the bonus. Plasma Slicer. Another Bulletstorm. 2 more Bulletstorms. Okay, 3 more. Alright, I think I have already a 5/5 copy of that. But alright. Come on, give me something. It's Thanksgiving. I want to say thank you, Mirabell. I want to say thank you to Mirabell for passing along such great benefits, like comparing them to your other limited gear. Limited versus limited. Holy fuck. We're at 150. Oh, the pain. Oh, the pain. Oh, geez, AT. Implement a spook system, why don't you? Ugh. Terrible. The inventory is full. Oh, Lord. No, I don't want to expand inventory. Let's go there. Let's clean them out. Keep giving me like SR weapons. Like, look at all that. It's crazy. I'm like, oh yeah, give me those resources, baby. Give me all that good stuff. I only get UFS benefits in the club. Damn, how could they do this to me? Mirabell, how could you? Terrible stuff. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we're gonna get. Oh my god, there we go. It took like, what, 200 to get here? What, 1 copy of Photon Rifle. Heimdall, my man. There we go. What is that? 190. 190 to see what we're supposed to be getting on the Blanner. Damn it. Oh, that's... Oh, the pain. Oh, the pain. Blobby. We didn't get shit here today. Okay. What's this gonna be? Oh, Futaba Yui. That's one of the... Oh, that's in red, though. Ah, oh, there we go. That's what I like to see. That makes you feel better. Hand of papayas. Okay, cool. Now I managed to get a 4-5 out of this. That's nice. Because that means it's in the future I can get this out of the exchange facility. That was rough. That sucked ass. I'll just pick up my last copy from the exchange facility because that's a 1 in 3 as opposed to a 1 in 500. Holy fuck, that was terrible. We didn't even get a single copy of the supporter. I mean, I gassed up the support, the weapon all that much, but it's like the supporter is what I wanted more copies of. Damn. Ah, that was... Well, that was rough to say the least. Got 2 of those. She's so loud. You're so loud, Mirabell. We did very good on her initial banner. That's been carrying us for like months at this point. That's been good. That was a good all-around time that I can't believe that was April of this year. Can you believe that? That was 7 months ago. 7 whole months. Can you believe that? Time sure fucking flies. Flies right into the dumpster with the way my feelings are right now. The temptation. The temptation is there to just go all the way with it. Because I'll have both of her supporters maxed out. 3-5 is fine. We can deal with it. That's my power cope. That's my power cope right there. That's all I got, bros. It took everything I had. And it's like, oh, it's nothing there. Because then you could say, why don't you use the Desire Shop? I already used the Desire Shop. We used them the other, like a couple months ago when I was getting like, I think it was something else we were rolling for. And it's like, I say the desires from that. No, I used those desire point items we had and just put it in the shop along with this. And then it's like I picked these up. That's how I got the supporters in the first place. I mean, we could use 12,000. We could use the absolute waste of money that is 12,000 mileage to get a voucher for Metal Storm. We have it now. Because I managed to, like, because it looks like I got like, I think I started at like 9,000 mileage and then I got to 12,000. That's how many times we just rolled to get to 12,000 mileage. Because I think it's it's 150 mileage a piece. Because limited banners do that. That was rough. And just minutes away from like, I'd very much like to have had that in the first place, because I want to save my demonites for cleansing Everwhite, because that's what I want it for. Because I had all that stuff saved in the first place for like, all right, well, we don't want to let's go to VR actually, just do that. Let's go to 145. I've been using a lot of Psycha this week because I want to see how it's like. How does she fare on something that's extremely slow, like Spider Queen? And it's like it's still a struggle to get even like hyper speed clears and everything like that. It's pretty rough. Melee attacks? No, we can do this now. God, I'm so close. I need 3 more 5/5 supporters. So whenever they release like a new, so effectively I'm like 3 events away from maxing it out, which makes me very happy. Because then I can finally show you what it looks like to have 3 formation effects. Zooey mama. That's going to be the day. Who knows? If we get another supporter out of it, we'll be that much closer. Oh my god, my eyes hurt. Yeah, her damage is too slow for something like this. That's one stage of Spider Queen. Oh, that's right. I don't have any like demon boosts or anything like that. I'm like, wow, this thing should be hitting a lot fucking harder. Oh yeah, oh that's good. That's spicy. Saika very much is the queen because she has always had these skills built into her in the first place, like Shadowless Kick. If it had armor in some sort of way or any sort of like fashion to like, you know, take advantage of her immense hit count, it would send her to the top. Same thing with her ability to like decrease defense, knock enemies back. She had the tools, but she didn't really have like the means to use them. Now she does. And it's like the most incredible thing in the world because this is like Sora levels of like turned it around for her. Because all they did was just like tweak about like what is it, 4 or 5 of her skills and just give her like a busted ass passive. Stay still, you fat bitch. Yeah, this would be a lot more effective if I was using the correct supporters. Well, not the correct supporters. It's like if I was using the correct Magatamas for this. I'm still using like humans and machines. I'm gonna time out. Don't you time out on me, baby. You can do this. Okay, we did it. I wasn't scared at all. Like there was no way that neither of them were going to die. But see, Saika really excels in 1v1. So whenever we have these like single target bosses, like, oof. Well, like machines, no, she does really good in machines also because she has like gigantic AoE attacks. Like she has like the big triple kick skill. It's like heat kick or something. I forget what it's called. That thing is like that's always been good. It's always been good. It's like the sense of it has lots of coverage, but now it gets even better because she can move further during it, which is something that she lacked in the first place, was the ability to just like whenever she killed something, she would just say like, okay, there you go. I've killed my enemies and now I'm just going to complete the skill and be a sitting duck. Now she's just like, oh, I'm going to have skill cooldown reduction with it too, because why the fuck not? It's like, girl is crazy. FMJ doesn't really work for me here. Well, I don't need that. I need the Storm missiles was typically like what I would go for in the previously, because it's one, it works well with cleansing Everwhite, but now it doesn't work with her at all with this weapon. You have to play fire support. Well, yeah, you have to play it. Because better yet, we don't even have any enchantments on it, and it already proves to be a very like devastating tool. Like no enchantments, no nothing behind it. It's just like it's a no nonsense. Like here are 2 forms of defense down on your enemies. Go nuts. Go do a crime. It's the wrong direction, honey. That's better. Oh, darling, that's the wrong direction. $250K crits. That's because we got hit with an attack down, and it's an attack down that lasts like forever and a day. Look at that, 215 on the first wave. Good golly gosh, we are behind. Go get him, girls. Get him. Kill him, girls. Good. See, that's the teamwork I like to see. Alright, this one should finish it. We're at 120 something points. Yep, there we go. You're not getting like sub 1 minute clears with Mirabell, which is unfortunate because it's like a similar situation with Azusa. If you want to climb quickly, you need to do like sub 1s. And if you want the sweep, you have to do a sub 1. And then it's like with her, it's like she has the longevity to make sure you get under 2 to get to like below 2 minutes, but she doesn't like, you need the consistency. The consistency that blue brings is like so nice. So from this, oh nice. Yeah, that's good stuff. See, like, we're getting all our rare drops are coming from other places now. It's like we get a nice 0.01 drop from VR when we really needed that when we were using 250 rolls. So let's change this. Land is nice because we get to spam our thing more often. But the critical rate, if it doesn't land, this is nice for up top. But most of our hits look like they're critting. Like Boner Ma'am is pretty good for what she does, but I think we can take the heat for less because we need higher base damage to get more out of it. I think we could probably just omit the cat. The cat would probably be a better choice. We'll try that. Because we sure as hell can't beat fucking Psycha with, oh, I'm going to have critical rate. We're going to have the cat and Kaworu built into a weapon, so you can just freely choose what sort of gear you want. Nice, there we go. That's what I like to see. Sweep and clear, Mirabell. There you go. Use all that tactical training you've been doing for the last, like, 30 years. Yeah, I wonder how old Mirabell is. What do you guys think? Personally, I think she's got to be, like, at least in her late 30s. You don't grow watermelons like that being, like a teenager or something. Besides, she's not even exactly a Taimanin either. She's from the UFS, so it's like she's a Holstein cow to say the least. Go baby go! 3, 2, 1. Tick tick boom! Yay! Good job. It took 2 casts. What's up, Jeff? Hooray, she did it. I mean, I have no doubt in my mind that she can do this. I never got that. It's like everybody's like, "Oh, dude, Astaroth sucks. She's so boring and terrible." It's like Astaroth is like is very consistent for me. Like I really, ever since she came out into the game like all those years ago, it's like it's been one of my favorites. I love everything that she does. She's got fun skills. She rewards your positioning. She's like everybody who was like, "Oh, dude, I hated the way that like she fixes the camera to herself, and you have to like she puts you on a fixed plane to previously how she did things, and you have to like just strafe around your enemies." I did not mind that. I learned like all the tech to do it because I loved playing the character so much. I had so much fun doing it. Granted, yes, it was not good. I learned how to cope very well and became very proficient with the character. That made me feel really good about it. It makes me really feel glad that Astaroth never falls off. She remains like really she remains consistently relevant through like the entire game's life. Like she's good from minute 1. It just makes me so sad that she has to share with Kara. I would have loved for her to share with Kara because it's like I have so much gear for Astaroth in the first place that's just like leaps and bounds, like can make her so insanely powerful. But Kara can't make use of any of it because she does everything that Astaroth does but wrong. It's like, girl, how can you mess up like a how do you mess up the Blood Lord? Splat. We had a 10 million crit on 145. Sweep and clear, baby. Yeah, there we go. Projectile vomit. Splat. Oh. Oh, she got it on the cast. That's not good. That's right. Hold him still. Yay. Ah, dude. Spicy milk. It's like, man, so great. I don't think Sion did the design for her. I don't know. Well, Ragnarok is like, yeah, Ragnarok is going to be like 100% the strongest character we have now. It's like everything with Ragnarok is like it designed inherently to win. No holds barred. It's like she's way too good for anything else. Is Mirabell better damage dealer? No. Look what we have to do to get Mirabell to just be like comparable at 145. Like we're doing criticals Mirabells here, but obviously, we could never do this previously. Like if we tried to do this at like, I want to say when she released in April this year, because that was before they did all the critical resistance and damage changes to VR, we would never do this. We'd time out because even if you use Cleansing Everwhite, it's not enough. Like you actually couldn't use Cleansing Everwhite with this build because it doesn't support the skill in the first place. It doesn't transform her into her hard suit, and it's like it won't work. I
I really love Mirabell, but it's like that's like one of her biggest shortcomings is like immensely low base damage. She doesn't have like her high like super high multiplier skill is with her missiles. That thing is like crazy shit. It's like it's designed to be defense shred in 3 different forms so you can just soften up an enemy. It is effectively designed for like bosses. This is more or less designed for like nuking down things that have lower defense. Like as you can see, it's like we did pretty good on like 100 where oh god, it's dropping frames again. There we go. But regardless, it's like she's good. It's like she just has a bunch of spikes in her damage, which kind of kill it for people. Because like a perfect example of this is like the characters we have here. Rin is very consistent with her damage all the way around. You just have to be careful with how she plays because she gets caught in animations. Anrose is like this disaster of a fucking character, but she's able to move it, zip around with lightning speed, and just like apply buffs to herself and do insane scaling tricks. So it's that's fine. They both outpace her in damage. Like they have really high damage cascades all the way around. But Mirabell is like she just she has a bunch of tricks to her, to say the least, to make her like, I'll say it this way. Everybody knows about the strength dex dichotomy. It's like the single hard hit versus a series of small like weaker hits with lots of technique behind them and finesse to make up for the lack of strength. That's what Mirabell is. She's very strong muscularly, like in a muscular skeletal version, but in reality she's like the ultimate dex character. I mean, by God, she uses guns, she uses like knives and shit, she punches things. She has strength options, but it's like she's like the quality build. It's nice. She takes a lot to get going. You could almost say she's like a modern Tokiko situation where when you get the gear, she becomes fine and you get to see her for what you get to see where her capabilities actually are. When you're playing with like low end equipment, you get to really like feel the frustration. If like you want her to do more, when in reality you could be using like Astaroth or something. That's also how it feels to play Kara, where they made Mirabell good enough to those who are like it's a what is it? This is a legacy character situation where they obviously people were clamoring for her for like a long time. Same with Mary. They've been clamoring for her for years. So when she finally gets in, they make her flashy, they make her fun, but they make her damage a little bit difficult to deal and so you need a lot like you need some like decent gear behind her. I like her because she's pretty. But sometimes they just don't allow pretty characters to be pretty and good at the same time. They can't be pretty good. They can't be great. They save that for like really important newcomers like Ragnarok when she released earlier this year. Because when she released earlier this year, she's obviously been in RPGX. She's got some stuff in there, but she's obviously related to one of the faces of the franchise, so they want to make her as good as possible. And with that, it's like, all right, we'll make you the most broken character possible and introduce a very predatory mechanic into the game, but we'll talk about that at the end of the year. Oh yes, dude. You got that right, Faye. She's got incredible assets, to say the least. She's a big girl. My favorite big girl in the game. No matter how mediocre or difficult she is to play, she's got something going on all the time. It wouldn't surprise me. The guy that my man's over here skipping Mirabell. She's the biggest thing she's got going on is on the front and the back of her. If you're really ready to like put down the points needed for her to be what she needs to be, then she will take you just about anywhere. But I guess it's like, it's a perfect example of a character's like, her character itself is like, she's brutish, military commanding woman who wants you to like take yourself up by your bootstraps and everything like that, and make your character, make her as strong as possible, and she will do what she needs to do for you. It's the it's a modern day Tokiko. That's why I like the Tokiko cope. That's it. The Tokiko. When the character does like very mediocre things, and it takes like a mountain of resources to actually be like, you know, serviceable. That's when it's like, oh, dude, trust me. What is that called? What is that called? Potential. It's the potential man situation. That's it. Senna's cool. If we got her as a playable, it'd be nice. It's like, look at her. She's enormous. You can even see those gigantic dinner plate areolas she has. Doggy. The potential woman. Zero sub-minute clears. Zero relevance in the story. 7 different builds to 7 different maxed out equipment to make her comparable to one of the a mediocre character. I love that. I love that, because it's like the only way you would ever understand that is like if you actually play Mirabell herself. It's like, cause me out here, you know how I am. I have her ass maxed out in just about every way, shape, or form, and it's like, oh, I know she's like a mediocre experience, and I love her for it. Overcoming that is like the best thing ever. However, it's not as fun with Kara because she doesn't get like the insanely broken interaction to heal or anything like that. I love my potential women. They have a lot going on that really makes it work out for them. We should do that. We'll go get like assets from the game itself. We'll do that later. We'll finish this, and we'll make that'll be a fun addition. We'll make the potential woman meme and spread that around. Is Kara fun to use? No, she's fucking terrible. And that's what really pisses me off so much. Is like they have the ability to not make her terrible, and yet they do. They make her fucking garbage. Because she's a melee character. She more or less behaves like melee version of what's it called? Of Phantasma when she uses Dreamclaw equipped. And it's like, she sucks a lot. She gets caught out in every single attack. She has a really fun, unique mechanic with her blood stuff. Because the blood enables her like to make her skills do more damage. That's good. That's a fun idea. It encourages you to like, you know, build your resources and put your chips in for a big attack. Well, that doesn't change the fact though that all of her attacks are really slow, shitty. Oh, nice. I was like, oh, a bug. They're slow. They're annoying. They're really, they don't do a lot of damage. Oh, then you will not like Kara, because all of, like, every single one of Kara's animations lasts like 2 to 3 seconds. The thing is, though, she has super armor on her skills. so that like she's going to complete them. However, since these skills take forever and a day to accomplish, she's going to take a ton of damage during them. Not good. Not good at all, in fact. In fact, it's really ass. Here, you know what? Why don't I show you? Why don't I show you the pain that it is to see what it looks like when one of your favorite characters sucks massive cock and not in a good way. So let's go get each buff. She's a suppressed character, so sure, we'll put one of everything. Demons, demon boosters. She's not a protect. We're not fighting humans. Oh yeah, white. White is a white. The other day was announced as a character who's going to be the next playable, which is honestly really cool. I was like, I mean, God, this skill's fucking awful. Blood Fist Retribution, Crimson Rain, and we get Blood Spear. Like, these are the only 3 skills you ever need with Kara because they're the only ones that are actually usable. I do love my funny vampire a lot. She's very cool. She's very cool when she's able to do what she's able to do, and when she can't, you're going to be feeling very bad about yourself, like you just wasted a ton of resources. Really awesome character, guys. Really awesome and totally not shitty. So as you can see, Mirabell has the ability of being very quick, fast. Kara is like super slow. She's got to be within like spitting distance of stuff. And she has to... like, she gets stuck in her animations and she gets... I really like Blood Fist Retribution. That's a fun attack. But it's also like, alright. She gets interrupted by bullets. She gets interrupted by melee attacks. She gets interrupted by like a stiff breeze. All her attacks are like really short too. Like everything feels really stubby on her. Like there's several instances where you use Crimson Rain, which is her finisher and one of the highest generators of blood for her. If she misses that skill, or the thing is also the attack is so slow, I've seen enemies just walk out of it. It's ridiculous. She is also another version of a potential woman. Because in reality, well, no, the potential character meme regards to the fact that the character doesn't have any accomplishments or is always on the sidelines waiting for their turn. Kara, on the other hand, is actually like a proven character. She has a lot going on. She has good stuff about her. She is strong, and she can prove it. Is she worse than Rinko's animation? Rinko gets the lovely ability to have a lot of skills that have quick cooldown and quick cooldowns, high coverage, and fast animations. Kara does not get anything like that. She pulls it out of her ass because that's where she keeps them all. Rinko gets the really good aspect of having good skills. Kara does not have good skills or good basics. Exactly. Like Kara is like every edgy boy's dream because she commands blood in every way, shape, or form. Like if she doesn't like you, she'll just turn you into a fucking meatball and wouldn't think twice about it. But she's actually the benevolent vampire type. She knows her strength and plays into it. And it's like, but no, they just, they make her bad. They make her bad. They retroactively add in that she's the sister of Edwin Black because I guess he needs to always have something going on for some reason. And make her just weaker in general. Like they give her her cool outfit, her summer outfit in RPGX. I hope that makes it into the game. I really do. That would be awesome because that shit looks great. She still has probably one of the coolest moves in the game, which is Blood Fist Retribution. That is a wonderful, wonderful skill. I love everything about it because it's generally a very good skill. It kind of feels like it's the first skill they designed with her because, well, the first skill they actually got to be like solid because it's three pretty good size AoE hits. They knock. They don't knock. They don't knock, but they have armor, deal bonus damage based on blood, and have a damage modifier attached to them. So it makes her blue build, makes her blue build very, very potent. I mean, yeah, it does. Like if you haven't seen it already, please watch my video over Taimanin Asagi 1 retrospective. Because if you haven't yet, you'll be a little lost on the Taimanin Asagi 2 retrospective that I've been working on. That is, because that is, here's a little lore tidbit for you. They, like just like in Western comics, they like to try, certain new things. If the comic run doesn't work, they'll just reboot the character in some way and try a little different universe. Because there's like, what, 7 different versions of the Flash? It's like, he's been around for a long time. He's not exactly the same person he used to be, So it's stuff like that. They have, like Taimanin Asagi 1, they introduce the sisters Oboro and okay, they had problems. It's very brutal and violent. They do all that sort of stuff. So they left everybody wanting more with the first game. They left them wanting more in a good way. Like they want to see more of the world. So you know what they do in the sequel? They made it almost 1 year to date. Like I'm talking like it released in the same month that next year. So, and it's like, after I've been reading it again, it's like, it's exactly what I expect out of a sequel to a smash hit, like suddenly smash hit game. They start adding in lots and lots of lore details, new characters, expanding the network of interconnected things. Not just the interconnected things, but it's like interconnected people, organizations, stuff like that. And they start answering questions from the first game, that's what a good sequel should do. It expands on what made the first game good, and it improves upon it, because it's like the sequel in all way, shape, or form is does pretty much everything right. It expands the lore. It expands it a lot, honestly. It upgrades all of the characters. It brings back villains, but it's like they're persisting. It makes you understand they're going to be a persisting force that's going to be throughout the series. So and it's like, and obviously 1 sold good, 2 sold really well too. So it's like there was nothing wrong there. That's like it did great, fantastic. That's how they ended up, because that's like then there's because it's like, what is it? 2005 was when the first game released. 2006 is when the sequel released. And then 6 years later is when the third game released. Why is there a certain gigantic gap between 2 and 3? I guess you're going to have to watch the video to find out. It's a good old call to action. But that's just it. They don't really start retconning a lot of stuff until they hit 3 though. 3 is when it's like 3 starts going off the rails. Oh, that's wrong one. That's bonuses. That's boner bonuses. What's up, Timeverse? I'm glad the retrospective has actually done really well. There's a lot of positive support for it, and I'm very glad. I know what I'm looking for in TA2, so it's like I can make better use of my time with that. I spent like several days just editing the first video because I was missing a lot of resources. Oh God, stop. Felicia, please. I'll fix this. Shoot me down and I'ma fall. I'm titanium. I love titanium Florida woman. She knows how to throw it back. She throws it back better than anybody else could. Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. It's like most people don't read it because, one, the content in there is not exactly the most, palatable. I read through these as they came out, so it's like the details are starting to come back to me. Because, like, I'm at the part in 2 where Sakura is being tortured by Saya. It made me Saya was a character like they introduced in TA2, so it's like it's not like she hasn't been in the games before. Because like I remember when she got into AT as like Saya Neo, I was like, that's really cool because Saya had like been barely used at that point. I think she had a couple appearances in Arena and barely one in RPGX, and now she's a persisting character in AT, which is like which is crazy to me because it's like Saya of all people, this absolute disaster of a little girl who is like strong enough to go toe to toe with Mr. Edwin Black himself is here as like, all right, I'm just hanging out with the boys. I'm one of the boys, I'm cool like that. They just put her in there. I'm like, what are you talking about? What is this madness? I mean, I also can't blame you for just watching the OVAs because they're very good. They're very, very good. I couldn't imagine anybody else directing directing and producing the OVAs because was it Terukami Murakami or whatever his name is? It was Terumi Mukami, that guy. Fantastic, because he manages to capture the visceral and disgusting feel of the of all the scenes in the VN, which is amazing. Like the man was born to like, all right, dude, you're gonna adapt the you're going to adapt this VN. You barely know anything about it. Here's a couple of scenes and what they look like. Go from there. Okay, dude. Here's some like I'm gonna make some shit up. And bro did, and he made it to be something like incredible. Because that's one of my goals with the videos is to do that so you don't actually have to play the VN itself. You don't got to put that on your computer. You can audio book it because I try hard enough to get to like, I want to get all the details right. You don't got to put the funny game that'll make your mom say, what's this on the computer? What's a Taimanin Asigi? Is that a virus on the computer? I don't want that. Taimanin Asagi for the Roblox generation. Even though Roblox is literally as old as Taimanin Asagi. Is Lena fun to use? You plan to get her because you have a bunch of Asagi weapons. Oh yeah. Lena. Let me tell you about Lena. Lena is like one of the most fast and fluid characters in the entire game. Absolutely worth the holder of being Asagi's like weapon shares. Better than fucking Anrose. That fucking bitch. Lena is a really fun character because of the immense speed that she has, even without her butterfly weapons. Like if she's because of her getting able to share with Asagi, she gets the access to butterfly weapons. So she's just zipping around the course, doing everything she can. Even without the weapons itself, she has access to like several free options, and even her gotcha weapon is like totally crazy because it's a crit damage, because her gotcha weapon is a crit booster, and her VR weapon is a human racial destroyer, so it's really, really nice. So whenever you're facing up against humans in any capacity, you can use that and just like go ham with it. She's got options. Like, let's see, because she's obviously supposed to be like Ingrid. That's her big hero. So a lot of her skills just copy what Ingrid does, but obviously Lena gets to put her own spin on it, and it's super cool. Because like, I think red is all about defense down, and she stacks like 3 different defense downs, and she just like rips into her enemies, no problem. Blue is about dealing like critical damage, which is a bit weird because it doesn't work out in her color. And green, what I remember is like, it's similar. No, it's like dancing sword pedal, whatever. And it's not that great, but it's fun to use regardless because the weapon gives her like penetration, I think, and super armor. Do 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 do. Myth, you're not like the only one who's found him that way in the first place, because like that's similar for a lot of people for the most part. It's like there's that really everybody's favorite Bleach picture by Kagami, where like they have the entire cast of all the women from like everybody in the Soul Society. It's like, oh cool, Kagami could never draw a leg to save his life, but he sure can draw the upper half really well, and that's what counts. And obviously, it's like he has like these wonderful Nico Robin pieces, because all he did is just like, I'm going to make Asagi, but it's I'm going to make Nico Robin, but just have her hair, just not have the hair halo. It's like, I got it. We'll get out Lena. I want to play some Lena right now. I want to show that off because I want to show off slow Lena though. I won't call it slow Lena because it's like Lena's still really. That's like it's calling her slow Lena is like saying like slow. Is like slow fiber optic internet. It's just not true. Oh, I missed her New Year costume. I keep forgetting about these so much. I always miss them because they come right after Christmas, and I don't have any resources because I use them all for other characters. Junior Mince Maid. Dude, if they give her a renewal, it'd be fucking hilarious. I'd laugh so much if they gave her that in January. There's no other costume to use for Lena though. It's called She's a Hell Knight. She is going to be one. This is what I was talking about earlier. Increases damage dealt from Cherry Blossom Blinding Storm by 60%. More damage to humans, take less damage from humans. You get Cherry Storm, that's her signature weapon. She gets to use fun stuff like Orin too. Ninja Greatsword Orin, because it's like that's what she is. She's great. We'll use red. Use back alley Ingrid. We use both the Ingrid supporters. Kagami has done Fate art. Yes, he has. Kagami has done lots of art for that. What do we have? We got Blinding Storm, Late Bloomer. Okay. So the play with Lena is use Cherry Blossom Storm because it's several consecutive attacks, defense reduction, and it's the skill modified one. And you have Blinding Storm, which is performs a consecutive attack by throwing small cherry blossom petals. She does her Iaido quick draw, goes through the enemy. In some cases she won't go through them because if they're large enemies they won't. But it's when she hits an enemy with an attack, the slot effect applied. You need all three there. She heals damage dealt given. Now that she can crit again in VR, this attack goes from being like a crappy heal to a really, really good heal. Storm Drive is good. Coral Sword Dance is the only skill that's like that. Her limited package benefits like changes this slightly, but even then it's like it's okay. It doesn't do much for you. She does have two different Taimanin arts though. The doubler and the no, this is the doubler and this is the power hitter. It shortens up the attack string itself, and this is Vanish. It's Ingrid's triple green skill, but it's gives more attack range to it. It's super awesome. So let's show off what she does. I don't like Oboro, but I certainly do love Ingrid. As you can see, she's very mobile. And thanks to her having a persisting projectile, if you can aim it or like get close to where the enemies are at, they can go on top of the wave. She doesn't have very high base attack, but it's she's like a death by 1,000 cut situation. She'll live forever. Yeah, Lena's really good. Lena's fucking awesome. The fact that she gets to share with a character that everybody has a chance to pick up in the very beginning is like absolutely nuts. She actually can't make use of her own supporter from what I remember, because she is human type actually, not even though she is a demon. It's not even like, oh haha, it's like, no, she is a demon. She is certainly a demon on the battlefield for the way she deals damage and just slices through people. White is going to be pretty good. I just really hope that White herself does not have, like... She better have some sort of way to swing that hammer and not get, like... She obviously needs penalties for the hammer because it's a hammer. It's going to be slow. It's going to do hammer things. But, it better be as... It better be fucking useful. I don't want, like... fun, cool characters who get punished because they want to play a different play style that isn't like Lena, Asagi, or a ranged character. There's female Shao Kahn. Yes, there is. She's coming in December, of all things. Merry Christmas, everybody. That's your gift from the AT people this year. Fucking White. No, she's not a lich. She's dude, if she was a lich, that would be fucking awesome. I would love to be able to like resurrect enemies or like just put demons on my team. That would be fucking awesome. Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather.
It's beginning to look a lot like white, miss. Oh, you know what? You know what I would really like about white if they actually like went all the way with it. I want Big Dick B that she has like in her supporter art and like all that she does. I want that to be integrated into her like her play style. I want the big dick bullet bees to be like actually something useful and not just like a fucking afterthought. Because that's cool. That's rad even. Then she can be the pain. She's even got the funny mask, the lesions all over her body. She commands bees. Like it's like I see you. I see you, Lilith Company. Yes, she is very much a demon. I hope that her default weapon is the big tenderizer hammer she has, the one with the one with the pointed ends on it, because they show in her like little clip that has her clip. Yeah, in the clip they show her like she has like her, you know, her gotcha hammer and everything like that, which kind of looks a little bit dumb. It looks like something you get from like Nights into Dreams or whatever. She even looks like the little dude from Nights in the first place. That's like also the one thing I enjoy about. Well, the thing is, it's like now that White already has a supporter in the game itself, and it's a general pool supporter too. Because of it being that way, she probably won't get a limited supporter, not until at least she has a package that comes out for it. I hope they make her as fun as Azuma, but it makes me wonder like we already have. So let's speculate. What do you guys think? Goodness. If there's anybody who is able to share weapons with White, it's got to be Murasaki. Everybody was thinking that for fucking Francis last year, and look how that turned out. Do you think she is going to share? Do you think White would share with Murasaki, or she would have her own weapon type? Because I can if she shares, since Murasaki is like since been there from the first couple of months of the game, it would be a very difficult time to get any sort of like weapons for her. You're gonna be stuck with an arena weapon for a long time. The thing is, it's like when they share, it's nice. It's sharing brings its own problems with the fact that I think the best example is like Rinko was sharing, because when Rinko shares with Azusa, and if you're trying to get anything for Azusa, like her gotcha weapon, which is actually really, really good for her, you have to go to the exchange facility because there's no way you're going to pull for it normally. And if you go to the exchange facility, the facility itself is diluted with like 7 different general pool weapons for her. Hammer is yes, it is different enough from like axes and swords, because we already have a great sword user, we already have a great axe, now we need a great hammer. So it's like, if they maintain that, you know, like shared, like that same category of great weapons, but distinctly different, I could see it. I just kind of would like all right, I really would appreciate it if they shared weapons, because I have so many Murasaki weapons. I would love to give them to somebody, because Murasaki gamers, what weapons do you use? Because like I'll be honest, all I ever use is Hawiya, because like that's like the best thing ever for her. It's either that or probably her arena weapon. There doesn't really feel like a lot of answers to her, because her arena weapon kind of sucks, and her
She doesn't have like a VR weapon or anything like that. It's like, if they made White a scythe user, I'd fucking shit, dude. Because there's no reason for her to be a scythe user. You lived? Bitch. Scythe White would be honestly crazy. Because typically how I imagine, like, you know, White is very strong. She has to be to swing that big old, like, you know, engine block of a hammer around. So it's like Murasaki is already our slow archetypical character. So what happens if, like, all right, what if they made White even slower, but they made all of her attacks so devastatingly strong and recovers like HP on just about everything? I love Late Bloomer because it for most characters when they do like they have the proc for the finisher, they don't have anything there. It's just a specific colored circle to the character. No, Lena's is special because she shoots petals. She has a gigantic Sakura that appears as the proc for it. It's just like at like 20% opacity, but it's like that's good. That's flavor. That's detail. That's fun. That's Lena. Lena's great. Lena's a fantastic character. But that's not about her today. It's about Mirabell. This version of Mirabell though was from RPGX, and she grows a gigantic cock due to what's it called, reformatting and like body modification training that they have done in there. So, and obviously like she gets, you know, all kinds of stuff done to her, and it's just like, you know, shit happens. It's pretty atypical for the series itself. It's more or less sort of stuff you find in a post Taimanin Asagi 3 world, when in reality, 2012 was 14 years ago. So it's like, bros are all out stuck here in the past. Haya Musatsu. Because I'll be honest, I did not expect White at all. It's a very out of left field addition, but that's how it felt with people for Lena, because it's like we obviously have had stuff for Lena in the first place for a long time at that point when she got released, and it's like, you know, she has that connection with Ingrid, but then it just so happens to be like, okay, well, here's Lena. Cool. I like Lena, so it's like, it's very good. It was very good for me when that happened, and it's like she's always very much a surprise for people when she appears, because people honestly don't know about her in the first place. They're very she doesn't appear a lot inside of like, she appears in AT in specific events, but that's about it. She has like zero story relevance or anything like that. It's the same thing with like a lot of characters we have in the game, like right now. They're all in the game in some sort of fashion, but like only about a third of them are actually in the story. What are you talking about? Lena's just a little. She's just a little guy. She's just a little guy. She's like. She's like the Chiester sisters from from Umineko. She's like. She's a little nefarious goblin. A little nefarious goblin who just happens to be like a death by 1,000 cuts character who can just solo about all content in the game because, well, if you give her an inch, she takes a mile and just floors everything in and around her. You really aren't a bad guy. You're the bad guy. You're not a bad guy. I think that's more or less what they did with like Ingrid after she first released. Like she was like obviously put in there for in Taimanin and Murasaki to be the villain of sorts for Murasaki to go face, but then she ends up usurping Murasaki as like the standout character from there. It's like, here's what I always thought with like the planning in Kagami's head. It's like, dude, I fucking love Bleach. Yoroichi Shihonen or whatever her name is. Yeah, she's great. What if I put her in the Taimanin series? And then Lilith Staff's all like, well, we can't do that. We don't have the license to those characters, and Kubo will never let her be put into that sort of situation. Okay, well, I'll just give her pink hair and make her a knight. There we go. It's like, okay, we'll accept that, and there you go. She made $1 bajillion. Go kill them, girls. She's gonna be dropping a hull breaker horror on this one. Look at me, I'm Urza, Lord High Artificer. I'm gonna blow your ass up. Ingrid is, I think, also the design as a foil to I want to say the Oboro that they have in the modern age, because like obviously they both work for Nomad, but like they always portray Oboro as like this crazy, not so much crazy, but it's like a very eccentric and almost annoying type of character, like an annoying villain. But Ingrid is our calm, cool, collected, strong character. Even though she jobs all day and night, she still is the preferred situation. I genuinely do not like Oboro, so any character that is like, not Oboro is like, great. You're already a winner. Edwin Black, I like him better than not fucking Oboro. Because Oboro is such like a one-note character. They haven't done really anything to improve her character. Like she literally Oboro has to die in multiple different ways so they can reset her character and try something different. Because it's like, okay, she's too mean. She's too mean. I don't like that. Can you have a vanilla scene with her? That sounds a lot better for my sensibilities. I mean, I'm an American player. I don't play your RPGs, so I don't know how to access it. But my ideas are better than yours, and you gotta follow that now. Okay? And then Oboro goes on to have like 3 scenes with her pegging Shikanosuke, and like even her cat is more popular than her. It's hilarious. Sometimes I wish I could like just immediately nuke so it just like ends the mission immediately. But I know I just can't go in there and like 3-shot her like it's like I'm using Asagi. And just go like 1, 2, 3 and you're done. Because everybody's always like, oh, dude, she's always like after that that big Brax-sama. She's always after that. It's like, well, she's more or less like happy that he's her boss because he's mostly benevolent. He's actually like got a lot more going on than just being like, yeah, I'm a bit of an asshole. I'm a professional asshole even. Because that's all we sort of get out of him from like Taimanin Asagi 1 and 2, and then into 3, well, that's a bit different. He finally gets what he wants. Like Black's buying her, but like, here, have another beer. I'm sorry that that this happened to you. I know you can't go to the police over this because we're criminals, but it's like, oh, it's okay, I got you. Don't worry, I have people in government. We'll have them killed. It's okay. You know you're my number one there, Ingrid. You're the cool girl. It's like, but you chose Asagi over all of us. No, what? 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 No. What? No. No. What? Because they always show off Edwin Black being like this serious, super strong guy. And I just want to see him just being like doing the little guy routine. He's just like, what? What? Me? No way. What? You couldn't. I could never say that. This is the only number that matters right there. These max out at 70 for right now. So it's like, why even go to 70? What's that going to do for you? 0.01 more stats into something that's barely going to move that bar along? Get him to 69, bros. That's the funny number. Come on, man. Come on. Change your clothes. Oh, that's right. I got the thanks doc set up. Because you can change your clothes and give her cool stuff. And she's got her hair clip. She's got her eyeglasses for like... Oh, I know. Like Vegeta. Well, who's her part... Shit, who's the name of her drinking buddy? It's like, Alicia, what is this? It's like, no, we'll just say like, Mirabell, what does the scatter say about her power level? Beep, 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 beep. It's over 9,000. Ooh, yeah. Bringing him back. It's an over 9,000 joke in 2025. ZOMG, Haxors. Oh, raises my spork 9,000 1111 exclamation point, baby. She goes near Oboro going to her apartment. She's got like 10 cats. They're the only people who could ever love her. Because what is it? That long time the long time supposed rivalry between them is like, you know, at one time Asagi and Oboro were friends. That is added in way later after the fact, might I add. That's added in the game, and then they have they address the fact that it's like, oh dude, Oboro as gets cloned multiple times because dude, they were doing that shit of like somehow Palpatine has returned. I'm gonna use that. I'm seriously gonna fucking use that in the video because it perfectly describes the Oboro situation. It's like somehow Oboro has returned. Because that's what she does. She just managed to show up. It's like in new and inventive ways to just be terrible. Because Oboro has what? Like Oboro has the cats that look like herself. Like they have the same haircut and everything. And even then her hair, and then they managed to give Oboro a softer personality as time has went on, which is really weird because she's so bitter and malicious in the VNs. So it's like, man, I guess they really changed a lot of stuff over the course of 20 years, to say the least. Because I want to say it's like the I won't lie though, the series certainly, like going back over this, like all this stuff, the series really has lost its edge to because obviously the vanilla scenes sell a whole hell of a lot better than the hardcore stuff. Because it's very hard to sell that sort of stuff nowadays. Not because of like, oh, censorship and stuff like that. It's like, no. When 1 and 2 came out, they were new. They were new ideas, newer ideas. I shouldn't say that, because sexual assault and all that stuff has been a thing for like many years in interactive media, even before that. But on that level of quality and the level of world building that it had, and also the acts involved, is like, wow, that was great. That was interesting. They managed to make the whole franchise out of it, but obviously, fucking Opie Academy Bouncing Babes Super Busty Milker Edition. Yeah, that shit sells. It sells a lot, even. Who is cloning her? Nomad. That's a question that gets answered in Taimanin Asagi too. The Nomad Company. The whole reason that they are fighting in the first place is because the Taimanins and the demon and like other people themselves have discovered the aspect of cloning technology, and like the cloning that they have done previously is like rudimentary stuff, but it's like, and Oboro's mission initially, all the way back 20 years ago, was to get the information and try to steal it, so that the Nomad Company could have it and build their own clones and refine them. Because the Japanese government discovered that, oh man, these demons are able to reproduce so fast and have like, replication technology. So what did they do? The government harnesses the demons, and they take all that stuff and try to make the demons their slaves, control them, so they can steal their technology for themselves. Obviously, Oboro's mission was to infiltrate in there, take the information about how the cloning for demons works, take it to Nomad, and then do all that shit with it. So then here's another lore expansion for you, is that the Chinese Union, and which is effectively the Chinese seaboard, the Koreas, parts of Southeast Asia as well, and they have the Taimanins actually located in Japan and stuff like that, and then they have the UFS, which is like the Americas, the American continents, part of Britain and stuff like that. They're all in a war, the Chinese and the UFS and everything, to steal demon cloning technology from the Japanese. So the whole world hangs in the balance because of the ability for people to make soldiers and create clones to make armies to invade each other in an eventual war. That's the whole premise of Taimanin Asagi. That's it. This whole thing that they're fighting for across for the last 20 years is cloning, is clone information. It's making super soldiers and cloning them. Now, when you say it like that, it obviously diminishes the entire franchise itself into anything like that. But it also goes to show the means of war, the military-industrial complex, and how they will do anything in any means necessary, either in an act of revenge or to get ahead, so they can just like provide themselves and even the slightest edge against their competitors in that kind of a market. That is, oh, okay. Get a good look at that, guys. Ooh, boy. Yep, that's it. That's why we have the clone saga in AT, clone characters in RPGX, clone stuff in the VNs. It's like, Taimanin Asagi 1 was there to get everybody in the door. Taimanin Asagi 2 and 3 are where everybody learns about the story. Clones Clones, man. That's the whole long and the short about it. See, there you go. I'm getting my script refinement in. I'm talking it out. I should probably write some of these down when I go to work. It's stuff like this that helps me sort it out, because obviously, like, you know, these things, oh, they have all the sexual assault that you could ever imagine, but 2, like I said earlier, 2 is where all the information just goes out to pasture. It's like everybody starts like learning about, oh, dude, the Nomad Company is so amazing and inconvenient for everybody. They've infiltrated government. Whoa, just like I said in the first game. It's pretty great. It's honestly really cool. Isn't that what happens in KOF? Yeah. That's exactly it. So we have like 50 different versions of fucking Rugal. So that's also why we have the clone arc here in AT, because it's more about stuff about getting the clones and building better demons and stuff like that. Because they had a very, very small lore tidbit that ends up being like the basis for like certain other things in the sequels. Like they showed off Oboro's reformatting chamber, and how it's like it's being upgraded and serviced to be like better and better as time goes on. So at a certain point, she says, like, yes, even at a certain point, we could now add horns and wings and do total like molecular modification at this rate. We can already do your nerves. We're almost getting there to your DNA and stuff like that. So with that, and at that point, it's like, that's like 2 lines in the middle of like a torture session. But that ends up playing into the whole clones thing in the first place. That's something you wouldn't ever expect to see, but it's like most people would end up neglecting that when they talk about the about it. I'm honestly kicking myself for not including that in the video, because that's actually a really important detail I need to reference. Because I have it, like, I recorded that part of the script, but I took it out because it's like, that feels like something I don't need to add in there. But it did. Oh well, though. It did. It'll be fine. But you see, the clone arc in AT does not have the hours and hours of, you know, sort of lore build-up that the VNs have. Because, you know, it's a book. You can be as descriptive as you want. You make your prose as purple as, like, the sores on her legs. But you don't get that in here. They have, unfortunately, I don't know why they keep limiting themselves to the 5-chapter system. It just, you could do so much more and it would be okay. It's like, why do they keep limiting themselves to just 5? Because in those 5 chapters, we managed to get character assassination and behavior that is not conducive to what we know about them. It's just like, why did they do it? Because she could. I can't remember. Do you guys remember when, like, the last chapter was for the story? I think it was about 3 months ago, wasn't it? Because it looks like they are happening about every 6 months, which is better than what it was previously, which was almost none. Oh, bros. I just found out that UNC stands for uncircumcised. Anybody else unc'd in chat? Man, that's rough. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Better get one of those fucking foreskin stretchers or some shit like that. Holy hell. Alright, we farmed enough. This will be the last one. Does she move faster doing that? No way. No fucking way. Spasming on the battlefield. She's having a seizure. They're going to give her a medical discharge. September. So 9. So the next chapter is supposedly going to come out in March. Because that's exactly 6 months from then. Oh no, we overfarmed. That means we're having too much fun. Violet Witch Sonata Homer. What does this do again? Oh, Fortitude. Well, that's going in the that's going in the trash. Well, I shouldn't say in the trash. I'd say it's just put her in the exchange facility. No. I'll keep it around. No, this is a supporter. I can't use it for Heimdall. I remember I messaged them the other day about that. What series is that chapter for RPG? RPGX is the gacha that the Japan exclusive gacha that they tried to put out here in English. They did, and obviously had that gigantic gem debt problem that killed the game, which is incredible. I don't know how you could fumble the bag so hard on fucking RPGX of all things, but yet here we are. But that is like, you know, it plays like Princess Connect. You just sit there, do shit, and, you know, wait for it to be over. So it's just like it's a portable RPG, but it's like it's the X is for like it's X-rated, baby, because that's where all everybody's favorite scenes and all the new characters come to first show up at. Like Eleanor, when she got first introduced last year, that was her first introduction. That she wasn't a legacy character or anything. She was released in February in RPGX, February, March. She got her unit, did okay, and then she went to and then it's like what, August. She released in August for AT, and it's been like she made history ever since. She's made a fucking splash, to say the least. Everybody loves Chocolate Succubus Lady. She's been awesome. Man, I wish I had one more limited token so I could get another 10 roll out of that. Senbone Zakura. Love it. It's probably my favorite Bankai from Bleach. Because I remember like, earlier this year, I read Bleach and I was like, wow, it's awesome. I actually finally sat down and read the whole thing over the course of like a month. That was great, man. Well, it was great until it was about the end. The end was kind of crap. I hear it's like, I hear that 1,000 Year Blood War is like they're doing it right instead of doing it dirty. So it's that's I want to watch that when it all finishes, because that's something that very much deserves a bit better pacing. You could tell my man Kubo wanted to end that. What characters do I want to see added in AT in the future? You want to see Lily Ramses and Brunhild. Brunhild would be a good addition. I like her because it's another Cian. It's an Obui character, Ovi or whatever it's called. That Granny Province. I'm the champion of Granny Province right here. I love my little girl with big fists because she gets to go there and just do like punching the shit out of everything. It's great. She could share weapons with Sue and I wouldn't care. Everybody wants Mary. I personally don't care either way. If she shows up, she shows up. If she doesn't, she doesn't. I'd like to see them make an attempt with characters from Prison Battleship, like Lieri and Naomi. At least them. See, like, because obviously they're like huge draws. So it's like if they made it in the game, that would be great. They would be certain favorites for it. Let's see. Because I mean, that's like, I say it like this: it's like every time it's a new character comes out, it's like I'm already satisfied with who I have because my favorite character is Asagi and Ingrid, so I already have both of them. So I'm not too worried about whoever comes next. I'm very satisfied with what I have. I'm very happy with how they play too. They're both very strong and remain useful in the right hands, to say the least. Yes, they have a little bit of trouble. No, they're not the most like broken and overpowered characters, but they're great. There's a nice balance of planning and strength. And now that Asagi gets to crit again, my lovely lady gets to use her abilities to the fullest extent once more. I see a lot of people do. I get comments on my stuff about like, I want to see Lily Ramses. I want to see that. I want to see her. It's like, what does she do? Because I've watched Tentacle and Witches. Like, I watched the OVAs and it's like, oh well, that was cool. Okay, am I supposed to like read the VNs or like read the Lilithism stuff? Because it's like I don't see it. It's not even like, oh, dude, she's flat as a board. Like, I don't care about that. What powers does she have? How the fuck am I supposed to integrate her into the game? You're so loud, Mirabell. You gotta stop. Oh, please give me a limited gacha coin. Fuck. I need one more. Because that would be amazing. So I could just sit there and like do the last roll. Look at me. I'm like a guy at the fucking work. I'm like, I just need your Tito's. I just need your Tito's, dude. I just need your 85-cent ticket. It's 88 cents on like just for like minimum bet on 88 fortunes. They're like, dude, you gotta help me out. You gotta help me out. You gotta help me out. It's like, sir, you're panhandling. You can't be doing that here on property. We're going to have to kick you off. What are you talking about? You guys are a fucking bunch of crooks. Terrible people. I'm going to report you to the Gaming Commission. The Gaming Commission has nothing to do with our decision to remove you. You can't be asking for money. Fuck you. Fuck you. Sir, there is no need for profanity. You can take that yourself and go see bye-bye. I still think it's crazy though that they have fucking Black Lagoon and Supersonico as like collaborations for fucking RPGX. Ooh, nice. How many do we have? I have more clears for LWS Squad than I have for Mass Taimanin. Because there's honestly like no reason to go with like fucking. Because Mast, LWS, they're the easiest. Well, Spider Queen, you have problems with timing out. Queen Kanaloa, you need to remove her debuffs, so it's like you either use a limited supporter or you pray. You have to pray to roll a supporter, or you used your ticket for Hebiko. Worm Knight's a fucking bitch, and Tenkyu too. That's barely around, but it's like that's another easy one too. He's a simple man with a simple plan. He understands what they're after. He knows what they do. Who are you? Daily quest. Oh, we have to play Total War today. どうするのか? どうよいいの? Well, but what do I think of White? Once again, it's like perfect. I think she's certainly an interesting addition, to say the least. I didn't expect her. Nobody expected her. But I mean, like when they set up these sort of like character releases in the first place, they have them in like they have them planned from like, you know, the beginning of the year. So they're gonna finish out the year with White, and they're going to because like when that happens, they're just gonna be like, all right, we're done, and now the next year's series of content is gonna roll out. So earlier this year is when we like January of this year is when we got Total War, and that's been fucking crap. That has legitimately been terrible all the way through this entire year. Because it's like, I can't believe it that that the Lilith company has managed to sponsor an interactive microwave function. But it's like, wow, I guess they really know how to push the boundaries in their genres like that. It's really impressive stuff. Like they give you this really fancy 2-minute microwave timer called Total War. And it's like you can upgrade your characters like little Tamagotchis inside of it. So you have something to watch and play while you wait for your fucking ramen to heat up or some shit. It's the single worst game mode in the game to this day. At least with Arena, it's like it doesn't take 2 minutes or anything like that. Or you have to do like 14 different relay pieces to get like points. I won't lie, I've certainly fallen for a bit of the trap of like, I need to get more points. When in reality, it's just like you only need, I think, it's like what, 400,000 to get full points for basic level stuff. And in order to rank, you have to be like absolutely crazy about it. Because like, bro, it is not worth it. I don't know how they can. I don't know how they do that. And just knowing it too is like, they'll now have some sort of like function in the future, to where you'll just be like, all right, now every week it's gonna switch between 2 things. So we're gonna have like 1 week's meta, and then another, and it's like, I don't care, dude. This is effectively like the veterans playground, but it's also like you can't even do anything in there. That's why it's an interactive microwave timer. So that's why every time that I see on like the AT Discord of like, oh, Total War strategies, it's like, no, I don't want none of that shit. I already don't like the arena in the first place because it's like that's literally what that's like proto Total War. I mean, there's like nothing to do there. It's I only do one relay, and it's using the same team previously. Because it's like with relay, you have to do like you have to start thinking in 1 minute comps. So you have to do like you get one, maybe two bursts at best, and you only have to think about 1 minute. So it's like you plan for that sort of stuff. But it's like, bruh, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth the cry. It ain't worth anything like that. I hate that it's the direction that the game is going in because it's like it attracts so much. Because my conspiracy, here's a fun little conspiracy for you. They diminish total war. They diminish VR in terms of difficulty, so they can actually get people to play their game mode, and just start like crafting for that. And it's like, why? It's like if you're not even playing the game there, you're trying to find like exploitative AI that sticks close to the enemy and has super armor so they can use all their skills at once. $50,000 points. Okay, Mirabell, there's another set of points for you, baby. Look at that, she's at 54. Looking good. What does Sonic say when he's doing that? It's like, yeah, you got to do the reaction command in Sonic Unleashed. It's like LXA. It's like perfect, feeling good. I never liked the white version of this outfit. It does not look that great. Like she's got like tang in her veins and like as like accents for it, and there's the white armor. It's like it's not that great of a look. Like any other color, like I like this one. It matches her normal stuff. She wears like a lot of OD green, so it works out really nicely for her. And of course, I got her with Eva 01, or as I like to call her, Mr. Piccolo himself. Thanks, Doc. It's a good look. It's a nice look. I'm just glad you're able to take all this off and you can give her that. I just like being able to take off her little like hair clip and the goggles. What are these things called? It's like no, they're called pit vipers. That's it. She gets to take off her fucking pit viper glasses and just wear those. I still like this one the best. I wish I could get it in a darker green, though. I guess I just have to roll for it. Oh, we got boxes. Ooh, let's gamble. We've got to gamble. We've got to gamble. Oh my god, 5. Come on, pray. Pray, bros. Pray, let's do this. Ooh. That's the fucking ticket right there. Yes! Let's get that. Let's go. Let's go win. Let's go win, bros. Let's go fucking win. Ugh. Damn it. We don't have enough for another. Oh, please God. Please God, no. Oh, we got all weapons. Wow, I didn't think that was possible. There we go. Fuck. That's a bunch of ass. Ass. Look at that. We have so many. Terrible. Oh, it's awful. Oh, Gerald, it's awful. What am I supposed to do about these awful rates? I gotta go over there and get another 3,000 points. It's like boo. What am I supposed to do? Like shit on a sandwich, buddy, man. Let's go to the arena. Let's get our 7,000 for the week so I can just stay still and not worry about it. I failed all her romance options. Where are you, girl? Fujibayashi, you know. You know. Officer Good and Sexy coming in hot. Where's the... There's... You can give her a police baton. So it's a fancy cane. Demon Enslaver, that's right. It smacks people and just beats the hell out of them. We'll give her that. Yanagi Mutsuho. What a neat character. I'm glad we have White. It's a what a strange situation for her though. It's like my name's White. I'm just gonna be here and just exist for the most part. It's like that's what I said. It's like she's got to have Big Dick B in the game. She's a bad mamma jamma to say the least. She's got funny hammer, like pheromone scent. These guys have like magnum cannons. I'm just sad. It's sad that they don't show her hammer off in here, but it's like she shows off all the skin in the world. It's like, my goodness, she's a big gal. I remember reading the comments for that in their like video they had to show off, like, oh dude, here comes a new character into the game. It's like, it's White. It's like, where's Mary? Where's this person? Oh wow, that's awesome. Good color choice, dude. That's a really hard one to get, actually. Bro got all black. Gift for you. Fat mom, look out. She's gonna be here comes police brutality. Oh, nice. I love Foxy Grandma so much. Oh, so good. So one of that's one of the characters I'm very happy that Critical's changed, because now she gets to use her green build everywhere, and it's awesome. Because now Grandma's able to crit in like every way, shape, or form in like the worst places on Earth. So her limited weapon goes from like being almost a dead slot to being like obviously now a best in slot situation for her, as if it wasn't already. But it's like, oh, thank God. Because all of her other options usually revolved around, like setting up particles and like doing all this shit. It's like, girl wants to crit so bad. she is built for critting, and it's like she couldn't do it in the content that matters. And even then, she still can't even do it that well in Total War because it's like she's just fucking shit at it. Because the AI doesn't know how to properly time itself and keep up the stacks of super armor, because you need to apply it just about every moment you can get. Please put in Mary and Sakuya. I beg of you, please. They need to get in the game. I really need them so bad. I think it's just like two, like the Sakuya guys are like two people, but the Mary gang is real though. It's like they have been in there since like day one. I say day one because literally Mary has been a boss character since like the first day of Japanese release for the game. No, it's actually like the first or second event of the game's history. So it's like they've had their time. They've been waiting forever and a day for this. Bro, who is driving a motorcycle in this kind of weather? It's like 20 degrees outside right now, man. Come on. Gregor Samsa to Limbus Company? Oh, Limbus Company. Dune. I'm still stuck in La Mancha land, and I really hate it. It sucks. Mary will be the character that ends the fucking game. That's her whole legacy. Is like, all right, there you go. You want us so bad? Well, you can have her. You can have her nasty ass. Oh no! I thought like, wow, is that what's gonna crash the game? Is her using Evil Strange, but it keeps casting it over and over again. Take that, Tokiko. You fucking die. You disgusting, awful character. Wow, that guy actually bought the 20th anniversary package. Because the 20th anniversary package for that you buy in the game, it gives you the alternative version of the free what do you call it? The free emblem. All it is just like a little gift that like cascades down and is a diamond shape. That's it. That's it. There's nothing there. Stabbed herself in the back. Close the gap. Close the gap and stab the gunner. That's how you survive edged weapons. See, that's what Asagi does. She knows how to survive edged weapons. If you've never seen the instructional video called Surviving Edged Weapons, I really implore you to watch it, because not only is it like, it's very informative, but it's also like it's like peak instructional video B movie situation. It's legitimately great. I think it's on YouTube actually. You just look up Surviving Edged Weapons, because I remember they showed that off as a Red Letter Media featured video or something. I went and watched it afterwards, and I do not regret it, because it's like, for one, it's like you will actually learn something, and two, it's like entertaining to watch. Oh, Sora, you are that is the single best renewal we've gotten all year. Like, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Like, I know Saika came out and she's like, you know, it changes the game every way, shape, or form. But it's like Psycho was already like solid at the core. Sora inherently needed these changes so she could actually be competitive and not just like falling behind or something or being like the alternative. People don't really say that about Psycho because she didn't have that problem. She just needed a little bit more help to become the absolute monster she actually is. Which is just, let's just slap some super armor and cooldown reduction on her, no problem. Oh no! All right, let's speed this up. They're both like bloated as hell in HP. Oh no, she's turtling. She has Skull Face on there, so she's able to recover like 20% of her HP every time she uses an attack. Yeah, that's exactly how you defeat the turtling strategies. You just time them out with more HP. Emily will not be the same. Ground Shaku. Oh no. That's so funny. Like it speeds up everything in there, so you see like Emily got it sounded like a chipmunk in there. Kurenai in the arena. Oh boy, here we go. Do deflecting wind strategies for the stun. She wins by doing nothing. That's great. Why don't we just stack health and just like do a counter strategy? Very cool. See, that's why it's so that's exactly why it was so rewarding for when Psyche got her renewal, because those who had already put the time in to show off like, you know, how capable she actually is in the first place, got even more out of her than they already had. Because previously all she was like, you know, all right, I'm going to have big AoE, a really good heal, and big AoE, good heal, disarm, and lots of versatility. She just your patience and persistence was rewarded with the ability to deal immense critical damage at a moment's notice and get like a gigantic attack boost. Because it's like what it's already it's a 50% boost to her attack per it's 10% per each gear of overclocking. And then her weapon can give up to another 10% boost apiece. So it's like you double all of your damage essentially. So it's like, it's great. That's a good color. Mr. Vietnam guy, that's a good color. That's just still like the most insane aspect about it is that they give when you finally get overclocking and she already can crit so easily in the first place. The fact that she gets super armor now on everything she does is like, where have you been all my life, baby girl? That is, you needed this. You needed at least some of those moves to have super armor built in on a set effect. They didn't really start doing like a lot of super high set effect stuff. Like, oh, require on set effect, it gives like X effect. And if you don't have it, you don't have it. Because like that's really nice actually. Because I just wanted that more or less for Moonsault. Because Moonsault was always like if you dive kicked into a active ability, you would just get knocked out of it and she wouldn't continue it. You'd actually get the knockback animation to play in the air, and then she'd just be on cooldown, wouldn't heal, and you probably lose the match at that point because you just got fucking blown out. You got blown out immediately because, well, you couldn't complete the move you needed to recover and finish the fight. That's like a long-standing problem with Saika. Not to mention also the fact that like she had several dead slots in terms of like colors. Like Moonsault's another really good example. Because Moonsault only had the healing and it had both a knockdown and a knockback effect. One is different than the other, I certainly understand, but it's like having both on the skill, it's like that just sounds, that is a waste. That is a waste of space. They could have certainly tried something else in the meantime. It's like, get up, Asagi. Girl, I need you to win. Uh-oh, I found a bug in the arena. I managed to transfer my invincibility over to the next round. I don't think it exactly transferred the invincibility. It's like it didn't come off of cooldown. Not come off of cooldown. The duration didn't end from the previous fight, so it moved along fast enough to where it didn't matter that much. But we are on double speed, so it should have ended almost as instantly as it started. Because that shouldn't have been a win. That should have been a one where Emily took it from like right at the beginning. Let's get a loss so we can knock down some enemy HP. She's got 1.1 million health. A Yukikaze in the arena? Wow. Destroy the child. Come on, destroy the child. Come on, do her ass dirty. Get in there. Get in there, baby girl. Nice. Alright, Miss Anne Rose Vagina, you don't stand a chance. Well, actually you do. You're a lot stronger than when we first met. I stand corrected. It's 6882. Do we have enough to go there? Of course, Asagi is the clear winner. Miss Police Brutality herself absolutely clears, because who would have thought that simply just attacking normally and having a gigantic global slow would be very devastating here. It's not like Emily. It's not like Emily turtling strategies or using Noah. Like around here, just like if you want to farm points so you can get 7,000 in a week, it's like it ain't nothing to worry about. Because this is not only for like, oh, I need to maintain the rank. It's so that I can also have enough points to because I need to recover the cost of getting a fully upgraded arena weapon. Oh my god, she's on fucking crack. As expected of my Florida woman. It's all methed out and shooting up the place. Also, people just really don't people underestimate the aspect of Munika. Because it's like, I think it's a 7 or 8 second stun. Yeah, it makes the enemy groggy, which is like a really, really good aspect in arena. Oh, we don't need this anymore. Let's go here. Psycho, do you have all your gear equipped? No. Put them back on so we can get our points for the day, and then we'll be done. We'll be done with that, because we have one more thing left to do, which is what we neglected to do earlier when we were farming all those fucking points. We need to go and get the intimacy scene done. I haven't seen anything about that yet, so I'm hoping, I'm praying even. I hope it's good. Azusa has that. Azusa has that one. I could be using better ones, but that's okay. Change your clothes. See something cool. There we go. It's freezing cold outside, but she's super hot. She don't care. She don't care. Does everybody have their stuff equipped? No, you don't. You don't. You don't have anything else. What do they usually have on there? I think it's something else. I think it's like 2 red supporters. No, she has that. She has that. Damn, bro, I don't know. Don't need that. I need her to do this. Grand Force. What do they put on their Azusas? Cooldown reduction. Sort of makes you wonder, what does the Asian player base actually do? Like, there's obviously probably like Chinese servers that are like, discuss this, how to get the most points out of these, out of Total War. But I'm like, how do they do it sometimes? It's honestly crazy. There she is. Mikigami Haru. We don't need critical rate there. It's like, let's get our base damage higher. She's not a demon. She's an absolute machine, though.
Alright, let's get our points. Now I can use this time to go to the bathroom. There you go. Go get him, baby. Wow, that's good. They actually managed to get him in the corner. Oh man, that's fucking crazy. It's like, wow. Yeah, there you go. Go get him, girl. That's like my favorite thing about it. Like she gets super armor. She doesn't get knocked back by anything anymore. Good. It's like an average Sora clear. That's done. Let's go to relay mode, do the exact same thing. But I want get her in there, do that. Well, of course, they can't be anything short of that in the first place. It's like, when I saw it's like, oh, cool, I can give her a bodysuit color. I'll just make her either LeBron James or Uma Thurman from Kill Bill. Well, we obviously see how that turned out. That's right, I combined them both. I have LeBron James from Kill Bill. Oh! Girl, where were those setups in that last match? She loves to dance like Uma Thurman, going down on everything in sight. I don't remember how that song goes. Alright, there we go. Got my 4 million points. Let's see, what do we have? Butterfly weapon, Thanksgiving present. That lasts throughout the month. 6 days. Can you hardly believe that we're effectively 6 days away from the end of the month? It'll be December, almost damn near next week. Ultimate weapon. Damn, I think that's honestly gonna go down as like one of the rarest, as one of the rarest commander emblems you can get in the game is what's it called? Is the placement medals that you could get from Total War from the first month. Like they had the gold, silver, and bronze ones. You can't get them anymore because the way they changed ranking and everything. So it's like at that point, it's like it's impossible to do. All right, we gotta do this one more time so we can get the points. Get to read y'all bedtime story. Look at her go. She's like that meme of the old guy at the gym who takes one of like the light bar weights and uses it for rifle slinging practice. She got the fucking moves, dude. It's gonna take a moment. Let's do this. I'll do one more manually. Because I figured it's like that takes usually about 6 to do. I mean, we're even at time 17 and that still takes a while. You know, whoever managed to suggest the idea of implementing the ability to toggle on and off the effects for weapons and stuff like that, that's good. Can you recommend to Gremory the ability to toggle awakening boosts? Just let them turn them on and off. That would be great. I'd appreciate it. Great. Let's go here. We need to turn the voices much higher. Oh, you're loud. You're loud, girl. Come on. It's collections. I keep forgetting that. Sapotawa. Here's our latest hero. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like the artist is originally Obui, and the person who did the art for this is Wuong, because this is an OV piece. Wuong is probably the one who did that one. Turn that down. So, a soldier's duty is to fight for their nation and its people. She's a UFS soldier, second lieutenant, and squad leader of the UFS Army Special Mechanized Corps, Stormcat. She's got many commendations on many battlefields, as exemplified by her military dress and the many medals she has there. As a pilot of the Bone, she's an expert in CQC marksmanship with the exoskeleton. With said experience, she was handpicked as the pilot of the Claudius, a high-spec exoskeleton newly developed for the UFS, for which she now wears a newly designed combat suit. Compared to the previous model, the suit not only boasts a radically different appearance, but also vastly enhanced performance in every aspect. Cool. Just how much does it change? Let's find out. First, let's turn you guys up, because this is a talkie. Oh my, what's going on with you, girl? Holy shit. they missed the arm thing over there, but like, what the fuck? She's enormous. Look at that. Jesus Christ. Christ on a cross. Crisps on a cracker. She's huge. Look, she literally takes up like 20% of the screen with her fucking ass right there. Holy shit. All in 4K. Caught her raw dogging in 4K. Holy shit, bros. Let's see what's going on. The department that bears the security of the nation and has the duty to fight enemy countries, that is the Ministry of Defense. One thing that has always troubled the Ministry of Defense is the issue of staffing. This is a common issue for all nations across the globe, so the Ministry of Defense is putting a lot of effort into recruiting and promoting. That goes the same for the UFS, chaotic global affairs, the existence of demons cannot publicly be revealed. To face demons, who have a much stronger mentality than humans, there must be a way, no matter what. No matter how much a weapon is enhanced, a drone developed, at the final moment, the only thing that can be entrusted is a human with will. Oh, goodness. Moreover, recently within UFS territory, there have been frequent battles between terrorists and demons. And situations have arisen in which the misdeeds of the multinational corporations are being exposed. To recruit in these circumstances, the ministry needed a much more enticing promotion strategy. Oh. After searching for the right person for such a recruit of the year, Second Lieutenant Mirabell was selected. She took on the role of captain of UFS's Special Mechanized Unit Stormcats. A pilot of a powered exoskeleton and at the same time a soldier capable of engaging in ground combat unarmed, she is a strong and highly capable soldier, warrior, and even field commander. Recently, she's been cooperating with the Taimanins, participating in missions for various nations, achieving remarkable results. Her talents have produced accomplishments not just limited to the UFS, but in other nations as well. That Mirabell...
どうにかして断れないだろうか。それは無理かと。上層部からの直接の命令ですので。
Of course, she fulfills her duties as a soldier, but that aside, she doesn't particularly like standing out. She had already consulted her subordinate, a fellow woman, on the same matter several times and was letting out a sigh.
軍人として上層部の命令は絶対。だが、軍の啓発ポスターに載るんですよ。名誉なことじゃないですか。
On the recruitment posters? Oh no.
軍人の本分は国と国民を守るため戦うことだ。ポスターに載るのが名誉というのはどうにもな。
Mirabell hesitates to speak multiple times, but she didn't have a say in this. In the end, it doesn't even matter, because Mirabell only managed to delay the decision for a few hours, and gave in to becoming the model of a recruitment poster, unable to overcome the expectations and pressure of her superiors. Thus, Mirabell's first assignment as a UFS Army recruitment model was a calendar photo shoot that also served as the poster photos. The purpose was for it to be put on recruitment posters for civilians, but it seemed that it was also going to be given out for soldiers within the UFS.
私の写真が更衣室や基地の廊下に飾られるのか？悪夢だな。
The weather in the tropical islands within UFS territory was annoyingly clear and sunny, and Mirabell, wearing her plain military uniform, stood under the sunlight with a stiff expression. This is Tropical Islands, a resort island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. In other words, there was no way they were going to do a photo shoot in the middle of the ocean with Mirabell in her full uniform. Instead, she was handed a skimpy, revealing military outfit, and she was now glaring at the flimsy pieces of fabric in her hands.
そういう目的ですので、多少は大胆な服装を選ぶことになった件はご了承願います。
分かっている。これも仕事だ。
Mirabell had a lot more to say, but she accepted it as orders from above.
She's a soldier after all, one who fights on the front lines. Recruiting new soldiers is the top priority, as a reduction in the UFS would not only be seen as a threat to its territory, but also as a national crisis. Yep, that's exactly the way defense works, 100%. So, if this can benefit the army, she's willing to endure a bit of embarrassment.
軍は上命下腹が原則
Oh, that's right, this is her.
通達が来た最初はあまり乗り気になれなかったが上部の指示なら与えられた任務として遂行するのみだ
おお、そこら辺のモデルよりも徹底したプロ意識をお持ちの方ですね。
Mirabell lets out a sigh, unsure whether to take it as a compliment or to be contemplating this as a soldier, then grabs the outfit and heads to the changing room.
ではそこで腕を
Zooey
上げてください。
mama, oh my
胸を張っ
goodness.
たままです。その方が胸元が強調されて人目を引きますからね。
She doesn't like being objectified.
こうかなかなか窮屈な体勢だなこれは
ミラベルさんは軍人ですからね。脇を見せるような格好は普段はしないでしょうから。
脇そんなところを見ていたのかカレンダーなど今まで意識したことはなかったがまったく
広報写真でそんな怖い顔をしているとちょっと困りますよ。新兵たちが怖がりますからね。もっと穏やかな表情でお願いします。いくら歩兵広告に使われると言っても凛々しくて覇気のある表情も NG です。今回の撮影の方向性とは似合っていません。
指示が多いな
That's a lot of orders. Girl, you take orders every day. You got ordered to do this. She changes her pose and expressions as the photographer directs. And every time she does, her body wrapped in the revealing bikini shakes, accentuating her voluptuous breasts. Because look at that shit. They're bigger than her head. Like, my goodness, this is amazing. This is fan-fucking-tastic. She wouldn't have felt the slightest bit embarrassed if she were in her uniform, but it's a different story wearing a skimpy, thin swimsuit, because it's... Honestly, babe, what's the difference there?
まだ表情が硬いですよ。
Stiff? My goodness, she's as hard as a fucking rock.
表情筋がガチガチに固まってるんですね。でも大丈夫です。まずは口角を意識して上げてみてください。
She even has like those Satsuki Kirin eyebrows. She's like super serious all day, every day. The photographer directs her in between shots, sometimes stopping and massaging her face, trying to get her to smile. Mirabell felt his passion for photography through his actions and felt ashamed of being embarrassed to wear a swimsuit like this. She tried to muster the strength and follow his directions, but smiling was difficult.
これでも自分なりにできる限り柔らかな顔をしているつもりだが広報写真というものは世界大戦の頃から使われてきた長い歴史がある指揮公用の手段ではないか
That's right. That's a good justification there. You've studied your military
そう
history.
いう写真なら柔らかく魅惑的な表情が必要なのは理解している
See, you knew that, and yet they still chose you in the first place.
私なりにその目的と用途に合わせていつもの真剣な姿は一周して優しい笑顔を浮かべようと努力しているのだが
これが優しい笑顔。
You call this a friendly face?
聞こえているぞ
Mirabell's expression on camera was so stiff that he couldn't help but speak what he was thinking.
やっぱりこれは回数をこなすしかないかもしれないですね。
やはりそうか迷惑をかけるとは思うがよろしく指導してくれ体力にだけは自信があるからな
This is
どんどん
literally the
こき使っ
setup
てくれてもいいぞ
from like her New Year's outfit scene in RPGX. I'm not even fucking kidding. It's a shoot for something. There's a promotional object, but like who's ever there, like because in Fuma there for the New Year outfit, obviously takes advantage of her and things happen. But this is the same sort of setup. It's obviously a tried and true trope, but it's like It's nice to see that they really haven't strayed from their roots with Mirabell by putting her in very weird situations. That's non-combat
一緒に
situations.
頑張りましょう。
あ、
It's just shouting like that only made her expression more gallant and cool. She took a dozen more photos from multiple angles and in different poses, but her face remained gallant and cool. From another perspective, it looked unnatural because she was in a swimsuit.
やはり私にはこういう派手なイベントは似合わないのだろうな。
After failing many times, even Mirabell began to show signs of mental fatigue, with her expression going darker. Still, she couldn't simply abandon the task she was given.
少し休憩しましょうか。
ああ、助かる。
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's the one. That's the one. That's what we're looking for right here. Whoa! Wow, that's good stuff. Mirabell let out a sigh of relief at his words. Her stamina was holding up, but mentally she was being overwhelmed.
今の撮ったのか？
ええ、表情が一番穏やかになるのは一番気を楽にしている時ですからね。慣れない任務に緊張して長時間の撮影、そこで休憩になれば気が緩んでしまう。私の想像通りとてもいい表情が撮れましたよ。
The male photographer said and showed Mirabell the photo he just took.
私はこんな顔をしていたのか？
とても大変なスケジュールで撮影し、失礼なことをして申し訳ありません。でも、
なるほど。私を追い詰めることで逆に休憩の瞬間に出る気の緩みを撮影したのか。いや、すごいな。本当のプロ根性というか、プロの仕事というのを見せてもらった気分だ。
And when Mirabell saw the photos of herself relaxed, in other words, her face felt, soft and comfortable, she couldn't help but be convinced. Impressive. After struggling a few more times, Mirabell finally finished the photo shoot. She seemed to have gotten the hang of it after one attempt. That's great because it's like all they did was like the mental fatigue portion. It's like where obviously all the sex happens. And then it's like, oh yeah, we got a lot of good pictures out of it for you. Thank you for your cooperation, Miss Mirabell. It's like, oh, it was no problem. Oh, it was great. Oh my god, I just realized this. This picture right here, the staircase, you can't go up these stairs without hitting your head. How did they not realize that this stringer just decapitates anybody who tries to go up to the loft? Whatever. There were still a lot of shots that didn't work out, but the end result was a great calendar with many of the relaxed expressions the photographer was looking for. But among them, the first photo, the one the photographer cleverly captured, the calm, serene expression that Mirabell Bell, captain of the UFS Army Special Forces, showed became a legendary shot, leading to the calendar selling out like hotcakes. This is actually the first time in the game that we see her last name is actually Bell itself. I almost feel like her name is supposed to be Mirabell, but they just said Mirabell Bell. But that's all the way from like Taba and everything like that, so it's been put into concrete to say the least. But the hundreds of photos taken before that? No, the hundreds or perhaps even more photos capturing Mirabell's serene expression she tried to muster in her own way were all cut for not fitting the original purpose. Oh, I could only wonder where all those wonderful photos went. Ugh. We need to turn that down because that's going to be explosively loud because she loves yelling. That's her character. It's like, I love yelling. I love yelling. Oh my god, I love yelling. But that's going to be it though, folks. It's late night. I got things to do tomorrow, but I'm glad you guys showed up with me today to go watch stuff about Taimanins, and especially learning about Miss Mirabell and her wonderful new package setup. Crazy stuff. Great gear. On an even greater character everybody likes. She's not the best. She's not the worst, but she's certainly a hell of a lot better now that she's got some real tools on her hands that you can actually pull for. Thank you once again, everybody, for coming by. Great stuff, great every time. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, favorite, subscribe. And as always, where are you? There you are. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
よし、銃の整備は完璧だな。